Hello, beautiful souls. My name is London from thislondonbridges, and I am so grateful to be reading today. Today's reading is going to be all about messages from your past self. You can choose pile number 1, 2, 3, or any combination of the above. When you've chosen the group or groups that call to you, you can find the timestamp in the description or the comment box below. If this reading resonates and you'd like to send some energy back to the channel, you can like, comment, subscribe, or hit that bell notification to know when there are more free weekly readings for you. Sending you so much love. Let's dive in. Hello, pile number 1. Let's dive in to see what messages your past self wants to share today. I ended up getting an extra card for your pile. So we'll just roll with that. Okay. So starting off, we have the 4 of Cups, then the Ace of Pentacles, magic and fertility, or the Magician and the Empress. And we also have the Goddess energy, Sedna. So out of a 4-card reading, we've got 2 major arcana, right? This is intended to be a 3-card reading, but an extra one came out. We've got 50% major arcana, and it's really positive, vibrant energy. Overall, I'm feeling like your past self wants you to know how proud they are of you. That is the major theme I'm getting, pile number 1. The goddess Sedna went through a lot. She ended up living in the depths of the underworld, right? She lived through some traumas. Her own father threw her over the ocean, and she ended up becoming an underworld ruler. She's very nourishing and powerful. She just now lives at the bottom of the ocean, right? So that might have been where we were coming from. There's a chance that you too are a water sign. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But that may or may not be the case. You could be a highly sensitive creature. Your past self wants you to know your power of transmutation, your power of transformation. Coming from whatever happened, you've transmuted and transformed into now this Empress Magician energy. Your past self is grateful for all of the quiet time that you've taken throughout your life, the time that you've taken where you were being. Depending on the cycle, the 4 of Cups can be either really comfortable, like intentional meditation and alone time, or it can be really uncomfortable, feeling forced to be alone, feeling othered, feeling kind of apathetic about life and its options. Your past self is continuing to encourage you to sit in quiet. That you've made huge, tremendous leaps and bounds from the practice of being, and to not stop there, right? So keep up your spiritual practices, whatever they are. Do small things or big things daily to tend to your energy. This is a confirmation that those small moments of quiet and clarity have led to huge transformation, and not to stop now, right? They're thanking you for the time that you have allowed yourself to be. In a world that's focused so much on doing, productivity, our worthiness tied to productivity, your past self is saying you are different because you've taken time to be quiet and to really dig into that intuition and listen. They're really proud of you. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is speaking to great ideas. Your past self in a way is connected to your future self, especially when you think about like childhood, right? In childhood, a lot of us knew what was possible, that we were limitless creators. And over time, those possibilities we thought shrunk. But your past self has always had these brilliant ideas. I think they're asking you to look back at all you have already planted and what has already grown into strong trees. Take some time to journal out what you have manifested. It's wonderful, right? We get so focused on the future and what we can do and what we can call in. But your past self is asking you, urging you to take some time to realize that you have already succeeded so much. Take some time to notice what seeds you have planted, what seeds have grown. Take some time to honor your ability to cultivate and to trust whatever you're planting right now, that you're not yet seeing, the branches, the trees, that the ideas are rooting, that your work is not in vain. Give yourself time. Give your ideas time. They're coming, they're growing. They have before, they will again. Your past self has ultimate belief in you and is, again, so proud of you. And I'm getting that feeling too, that you created a lot of things. You created strong, sturdy trees. You've created these wild flowers and ideas that just like fly through the sky with this ultimate potential. Then we have magic, or the magician. So yeah, I think this is going to be a short reading, and it's just really confirmation of how freaking awesome you are, to stay true to yourself, to stay the course, to follow what lights you up. This is your past self saying that you have always been the magician, that you hold this wand, that you can create whatever it is that you want. Right? Take that time to sit in silence, take that time to honor what you've already created, and to intentionally cultivate. You can see here that the magician stands tall, right? They have this grace in their fingertips and this knowing. It's like this pearl of wisdom above their head, or this full moon energy kind of coming to culmination. So messages from your past self: believe in your magic, believe in the magic of the universe. Notice all the magic around you, right? If you're in a place of feeling like things are kind of mundane or stale, start with the small things. What is around you right now that is absolutely amazing? So taking those small things, taking that quiet time to notice the magic around you and within you, and really start living in that energy again. You are the magician. You have everything you need. You don't have to wait for external validation. You don't have to wait for a permission slip, right? You have everything you need. This is your life right now, and you have the ability to create as you see fit, as you desire. Your past self is so happy that you didn't lose sight of that. That throughout everything that you've gone through, you've stayed connected to the idea that there is magic in this world, and then there is magic within you. And then we have fertility, or the Empress card. So even in this desert, there is so much life. There's so many flowers blooming, so much energy of creation. This is your past self thanking you for tending to yourself, for tending to others. This is your past self honoring you for how you care for your communities, right? The Empress is like this divine kind of mother energy. You might be a mother, but you might have just had this like very nurturing, kind energy. Maybe you work with children, maybe you work with plants or people who really need it. Maybe it's not even in your work. Maybe it's just like you're the type of person that ends up holding the door for people, right? You make eye contact and see in a world where we're all kind of just like looking at our screens. This gentle, arms wide open, embracing energy. So if you're ever hurting, you can give your past self, your small childhood self, a hug. Nurture yourself with that energy. But right now, I think they are so proud of you again. They're grateful. Like, you have reparented yourself in some ways, and you're doing an excellent job. And in some ways, you're almost like reparenting the world. Don't feel like that's a burden. It's not your job to do alone, right? You're just one of many light workers, but you are bringing so much light to this world, and your past self is supremely proud of you. Even if things are different from what your past self saw, right? Like if maybe you wanted to be a firefighter when you were a child and that's not the path that you ended up on currently, I'm getting this strong sense that they are so proud of you for continuing to stay true to you, continuing to stay loving, continuing to stay kind, continuing to stay generous and thoughtful. You still care about plants, you still care about animals, you still care about humanity. And nothing can really take that caring away from you. So that is what I have for you today, pile number 1. It's pretty simple, but it is a very strong message of love and appreciation. Your past self just wants to thank you. Your past self wants you to stay the course. Keep taking time to tune in and be quiet. Trust what you have already grown and what you are currently growing. Know your magic, your endless magic. Know your ability to transform and transmute, and keep being kind, keep living in love, keep embodying that generous, open-hearted spirit. They are so proud of you, pile number 1. If this reading resonated, subscribe and hit the bell notification. That way you'll know when there are more free weekly readings for you. I am sending you so much love. Connect with you soon. Hello, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and dive in to see what messages your past self has for you today. Starting off, we are supported by the goddess of Pele. So she is a supremely fiery volcano goddess, right? And as this card states, she stands for the molten, fierce aspect of life that is unable to do anything halfway. She reminds us that even in the midst of fiery eruption, there is creation and new life. So we have the 8 of Swords, the 5 of Staves, or the 5 of Wands. Okay. And the Princess of Pentacles for you today, pile number 2. All right, the main messages that I'm getting for you, pile number 2, is your power of transformation. Your past self wants to honor all that you've come through. You've had some difficult moments. And your past self wants you to know how freaking strong that you are, to be honest. There have been times in your life that you have felt really trapped. There have been times where you felt unhappy, confused, unable to make a choice, stuck in this doubt and this pain. With the Swords, this is mental energy. So some of this might be being stuck in your own mindset in the past, right? Maybe you have struggled with things like self-abusive thoughts. With the energy of Pele, the fire goddess, and your past self here supporting you, they're trying to say that you do have a choice. You can see that this person is laying down. They feel completely trapped with all of these swords around them, but there is a way out. The swords are not in them, right? Trapping them to the ground. They just feel stuck, think that they're stuck. But rolling over their side, shifting their weight, they could find a way out of these swords and continue on their journey. So your past self, and I'm not necessarily getting the feeling that you're in an 8 of Swords moment right now, although you might be. Your past self is trying to remind you of your power to keep moving, of your power to make a choice, that you get to decide, to get back up again, right? Sometimes we'll fall. You can choose to rise again and again and again. This is your past self reminding you that you have the resources, the ability, the power, the strength to keep going. You are a powerful creature, pile number 2. This is a reminder from your past self to keep moving, to keep taking action dance steps. If you're not sure of the whole path or the whole map, that's okay. Just take the next step available to you, right? In the instance of this person, it could be rolling towards their side, starting to try to shift. And any action you're going to do is going to help get you further and really be rewarded and help with that fiery transformation energy. This is your past self reminding you that you have what it takes to overcome all of the tests that come your way. You absolutely have what it takes. You just have to remember your inner strength and your ability to keep moving. And that might be physical practices as well, because that can be a great way to move energy. So if you're feeling stuck, right, how can you start moving to honor your energy? How can I start shifting, coming back into my body, coming back into my heart if I'm feeling stuck in my brain? Your past self is really encouraging that kind of energy right now. And one more message that I'm getting from the Eight of Swords from your past self is to keep doing that self-love work. Whatever resonates for you, if affirmations resonate, if healing meditations resonate, right? Keep building your inner strength, your inner confidence, so you really feel that grittiness and that support, that ability to keep moving forward, so that you don't feel stuck in your mind anymore, right? You deserve to feel flowing. You deserve to move downstream. You deserve to have that like energetic fire. Then we have the Five of Staves, or the Five of Wands. With the Five of Wands, pile number 2. This can often represent kind of clashes of ego, or feeling like you need to compete with others to stand out or to be recognized. Maybe you felt like that a lot in childhood, right? You needed to get really good grades, or you needed to get the leads in the school play, or you had siblings that you felt like you were competing for attention. This is your past self reminding you that you don't need to compete. This is your past self reminding you that by focusing on what you're passionate about, what lights you up, creates that creative spark, makes you feel fiery, you will succeed. You're gonna get so much farther towards the life that you desire, your goals, your intentions. Just continue to focus on what lights you up. The Five of Wands and the Eight of Swords are kind of intimately related, because we can get in this cycle of comparison and feel stuck and trapped. Like, well, why would I even try? There's so many other people out there, so many people better, blah, 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 blah. And it's that kind of like painful inner dialogue, or that abusive inner dialogue just running on repeat. No. Use that Pele energy, that fiery goddess transformation energy, and shift. Your past self, your future self, your highest self, right? All of yourselves want the best for you. So moving more towards your confidence, moving more in alignment with your soul, so that you can serve the world the best by being you. Show up authentically. There is no one exactly like you incarnated in this time, in this space. You don't have to worry about what other people are doing, right? There are times we can get inspired by others, but mostly I'm hearing that your past self would really appreciate you to just focus on what feels good, focus on what lights you up, focus on how you can serve yourself and the collective, right? And that way it doesn't matter if your neighbor or your friends or people across the world from you are doing the same or similar things. No one is going to do it exactly the same as you. So just keep honing your craft, keep taking those action dance steps, keep following again what feels good. Because the more in alignment you are, the more that you are feeling really invigorated, the more that your energy is going to be an inspiration to others. As for a practical step with all of this fire energy here, maybe doing a burning ritual, writing out what no longer serves you, those thoughts that have been kind of eating away at your mind, or thinking about patterns, habits, etc. that's no longer serving you, writing them down and then getting like a fire safe way of burning them out. Letting that transform and then releasing it to the universe. That can be a really healing way to kind of clean that canvas and start a new chapter. Because your past self wants the best for you, and they know that you are capable of really bringing so much beauty, power, light to this world by being your best self. Yeah. Remember your fiery energy. Keep moving and taking these action dance steps, and follow what feels good, what lights you up. Just stay focused on your own desires, your own passions, your own inspirations. Then we have the Princess of Pentacles. So this is awesome. We're ending our reading in a lighter note, which is great, right? Like that comes again with that Pele energy of transformation. If you've come from a place of pain, sometimes you feel like that's a perpetual cycle. It's not. We can change the story. We can rewrite it at any point. So this princess, or this Page of Pentacles, is really speaking to what your past self is most desiring for you. They want you to be curious. They want you to be ambitious and consistent in your practices of self-love and your practices of creativity. They want you to keep harnessing that childlike excitement that you had when you were young. Lean into your optimism, follow your dreams. They want you to trust your intuition. They want you to keep studying if there's something that's interesting to you. Maybe something that you haven't let yourself do before because you were stuck in competition mindset, right? Maybe you never thought that you could sing. And maybe singing isn't going to be your new job or career, but maybe it lights you up, right? So they want you to start singing again. They want you to start cooking. They want you to do the things that really interest you, bird watching, whatever it is. This is a reminder that your calling doesn't have to just be one thing. It doesn't just have to be your career. You're going to help heal yourself and heal the world by doing all these little things that feel excellent to you. Every day is this new canvas. Every moment is this new canvas to create the best life that you can. Let yourself be a beginner like a child. Let yourself play finger paint, play soccer for the first time, right? Learn how to code, whatever it is, as long as it lights you up with this fiery passion. With this pentacle energy, it is a sign too as well that this abundance that you're craving, that we're all craving, right, is coming in by being in alignment with your highest and truest self. If you're not sure what those passions are or could be, go back to your past self, your childhood self. What did they like to do? Did they love to be with animals? Did they love to create art? Did they love to make little 3D models? Whatever it is, look for clues and then follow what feels good. Knowing that as you're following and as you're taking these action dance steps, this financial security and abundance is coming your way. So stay creative, stay true to yourself, stay open. Remember, pile number 2, that you are art exactly as you are. Let your life be art. Have fun with it. Get messy. Enjoy the process. These are the messages that I have for you today from your past self. They are cheering you on. They are believing in you. They're wanting you to follow what feels good. If any of this resonated, you can subscribe and hit the bell notification. That way you'll know when there are more free weekly readings for you. I am sending you so much love. Connect with you soon. Hello, pile number 3. Let's dive in to see what messages your past self wants to share today. We're supported by Ishtar energy. She is a creator goddess known as the source of life and the embodiment of the power of nature. She is a multifaceted, powerful symbol of a forthright mode of being that is unafraid to venture into the depths of the underworld. She represents the creative feminine, active and strong. Then we have the Strength card, the 6 of Cups, and Love. Beautiful. So as I was laying these cards, the sun came out, which is lovely. And that's really representative of this reading. So out of 3 tarot cards, we have 2 major arcana. The Strength and the Love are the lovers. This is huge. This is really powerful, bold, supportive, optimistic, beautiful energy. This reading is feeling really, really good. So mostly I'm getting just deep messages of love from your past self. They are grateful for you. They are in awe of you. They are happy that you are you, and they're so infinitely proud of you. So your past self wants to honor your courage. You've always been deeply courageous. You might have sometimes struggled with anger, right? Or anger masking your fear or sadness. And your past self is really asking you to bring in that compassion, that self-compassion, and that compassion to kind of transmute if you are feeling angry or feeling like you need to force, right? That reminder to flow. You can see in this embodiment of the Strength here, she is so gentle. She's powerful as heck. She's standing tall in her power. There's lightning, like she's calling in this lightning all around her in this windstorm. But you see in the gentleness of her fingertips, right? So creating that balance within you, honoring your instincts, and really cultivating compassion. Your past self is thanking you for following your passions and asking you to continue to do so. They're asking you to continue to create, trust your inner power, keep harnessing this like strong foundation of self-confidence. You are worthy. You are worthy of being here. You are worthy of helping this world. This speaks to all the successes that you have already cultivated and all of the successes that are coming your way. Keep making heart-driven choices, pile number 3. Follow your courage. You can be afraid and courageous at the same time. In fact, I don't know if courage exists without a little bit of fear. Following your heart and your guidance system to keep cultivating whatever it is that you want to create. Your past self is thanking you for trusting your instincts and wanting to remind you that the faith that you have in yourself has paid off and is going to continue to pay off. With the Six of Cups, we have this like happy nostalgia feeling, looking back into memories that really make us feel joyful, remembering that joy and knowing that more is coming. This card has a really happy and harmonious energy. This is a reminder from your past self that you have the ability to renew your emotions when you need to lean into that joy again, to lean into the play. You're never too old to play. Taking time to smell the lavender, the lilacs, the wildflowers. This is your past self reminding you that they are always here for you if you need wisdom. You can turn to your inner child, your inner knowing, and they will lead you, right? They will help guide you in what lights you up. They will help guide you in your next steps. Sometimes as we age, we like to overcomplicate things. We get almost like addicted to this stress pattern or this pattern of things being challenging and hard. And we can lean towards our past selves, our inner childs, to remember that things can feel simpler. If we really find presence, we can use the senses of our body, our taste, our touch, our sight, our smell, right? And we can enjoy this life to a much deeper degree. This is your past self just thanking you for continuing to be willing, open-hearted, open-minded, willing to learn. They're thanking you and honoring you for your inner optimism, reminding us of our original nature, right? Our trust in the universe, our trust in ourselves and our power. Yeah, this is a reminder to trust in the limitless possibilities for yourself and your life. Pile number 3. It's about honoring the best parts, the lessons that we have from the past, the things that light us up, the things that feel good, the things that guide us, and then continuing to move forward and making changes and shifts as we see necessary, but really living in this moment now. That's part of the beauty of our inner child, was that they are often more present than adults are. So taking that wisdom and that knowing and bringing it to this day, this moment here. Then we have love. This is traditionally the Lover's card, but in this deck it is love. Right, you can see just one body. Well, that's not actually true. There's a little puppy at the bottom, but one human represented by Venus. So this is beauty, abundance, desire. To me, this is a really strong indication of self-love. This is about following our destiny, doing what we love, reminders that the choices we make will be the right ones for us. This is your past self asking you and thanking you for all of your self-love practices. It's a reminder that you are no way selfish, that you help heal the world by loving on yourself deeply. This is a powerful energy speaking to wish fulfillment, right? That what you desire is coming, that you are worthy of your desires, that you are enough. The Lover's card often speaks to choice. In this case, your past self is speaking to choose you, to choose love every single time. Follow what feels like love. Follow what is love. Follow your highest vibration. From the small choices to the big choices, choose love. Embody love. Pile number 3. You are stunning inside and out. You are strong. You are passionate. You are worthy of living in love. So these are the messages that I have for you today from your past self, pile number 3. If this reading resonated, subscribe and hit the bell notification. That way you'll know when there are more free weekly readings for you. I am sending you so much love, and I'm excited to connect with you soon.